Nifong began making statements to the media?
Well, I would have to say with my immediate friends, I mean, our relationship stayed the same. They were afraid for us, and they were very concerned. But it was mostly with people that we had. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. With the people that we had never met before, kids that normally we wouldn't really talk to, everyone assumed that they knew who we were, and that this is what we were. We had gone from being viewed as athletes to being viewed as rapists. That's people that didn't know us personally. We had already been stereotyped as, dumb jocks probably to them, or whatever they thought about us. But then all of a sudden we became rapists, and I felt that the clearest example for me was I took an African American history class, and I happened to be the only white member of the class. And I loved the class. I got along with everybody great. I was one of the most vocal members of the class, and I had learned a lot over the semester. And when the allegations started to come out, I had, specifically, there was a girl sitting next to me who was sort of like a study partner. I got along with her really well. She was really nice to me. Every day, she would always give me a pen. It was just like our inside joke. And when Mr. Nifong started making his comments and the momentum started to pick up, I opened the Chronicle one day, and she had written an article in the editorial section saying that the Duke lacrosse team was bringing Duke back to the Jim Crow South. Now I'm sitting there in class learning about the Jim Crow South with her, learning about African American history, learning about American history, and this is a person that I'd gotten along with. She was sort of like a study partner, and she's sitting there, and she knows full well. I mean, we always used to walk around with our Duke lacrosse stuff on, and we were proud to be Duke lacrosse players. And here we are, a person that I thought was my friend, a person that I got along with very well, was sitting effectively telling me that you're bringing us back to, one of the darkest periods of, American history. And I mean, for me, that was the clearest example of people's mindset.
Do you recall Mr. Nifong making statements about the racial motivation for the alleged crime in the
Yes,
media?
sir.
Anything else you recall about the atmosphere on campus or in the community after Mr. Nifong began making these comments to the media?
I mean, I just remember feeling so helpless because people were everywhere we went. I mean, I know I did just for make it easier on myself. I didn't wear my Duke stuff anymore. I thought it would be easier to get through the day if people didn't associate, and everybody knew who we were. I mean, there were wanted posters placed at. Well, this is another good example. My favorite restaurant at Duke, Rick's Diner. It was right next to where I lived, and I ate there every single day. And the entire staff was African American. Everyone there was African American, and never once was there racial tension. I mean, I'd once said to them as a joke, I told them that, you guys could cater my wedding someday. I mean, I joked around with them. I was very good friends with some of the people that worked there. And one day, we walked in, and we had a wanted poster of us stapled to the wall. And this is a place that, I ate most of my meals there, and you go up to the woman that swipes your card in every single day, wouldn't look you in the eye. A person that you know on a first name basis, and she won't look you in the eye. And you just stop going. You have to change your way of life on campus. And it was something that we just sort of had to deal with, and we were being told that there was Mr. Nifong had said that there was a wall of silence, that no one was cooperating, and we would go to the gym. I remember specifically going to the gym once, and it was a couple of us, and step onto a treadmill next to a girl that was wearing a shirt that said, "Speak up, you know what you did," written on her t-shirt. So, I mean, everywhere you looked, everywhere you went, that's what we have to deal with.